glass morphism effect like this is one of the features that a lot of designers use in 2022. And so in today's video, we are going to create this simple glass morphism effect in Photoshop. So to create this morphism effect, first off, we need our image. So I've gotten some images from a pixel, so that's what I'm going to use for this video. And so what you do is you first go and create a new document. So creating a new document, you go to new, and then you choose set your dimension. My dimension here is 7 by 5 and it's in a landscape mode. My resolution at 300. I'll leave everything as default and then I'll create. All right, so this is what I have in Photoshop, my new documents. And what I'll do next is I need to bring in my image. So my image is here. I'm going to drag it into Photoshop just like this. All right, so now that my image is in Photoshop, what I'll do next is scale this up to fill up my workspace proportionally. So I'll drag here and then make sure it fills proportionally. Exactly, this is what I wanted. So what I will do next is bring in or create a shape layer on top of this, and on this shape layer is where I'll apply the morphism effects on. So to go, I'll go to my shape, then I'm going to change the fill to white. It doesn't really matter, but I'm going to do that, and then I'll create my rectangle this way. Good, I like this. And then what I'll do next is give it a capping. So I'm going to give a capping, a slice capping, so 60 is okay. And then voila, I'm done with this. What I'll do next is decrease the fill of this shape to 0, and then nothing appears anymore. So this, good. What I'll do next after I'm done with this is go to layer style. I'm going to apply the effects on that. So go to layer style and go to blending options. Okay, in blending options, what I'll do next is add a stroke. So I'm going to maintain my stroke at what, 2. So 2 like that, and I'll make sure my color is white. So white like this. Then after I'm done with this, I'm going to make sure my opacity, I'm going to maintain my opacity at 75 or within 75 to 80, whatever works for you is fine. And then I'll go to inner glow. This is where the magic actually happens. So in the inner glow, I'm going to maintain my opacity at, okay, let me first off increase my scale. So my scale, I'm going to increase my scale to maybe 60, it's okay, or 90, sorry, let me maintain it at 90. Okay, 90 for my scale, my size, sorry. And then the range, I'm going to maintain it at say 80 is okay for my scale, 80 like that. Okay, I think the scale should be, let me maintain the range at 40. Oh, come on, 40. Oh, okay, the scale, I'm going to leave it at the size, sorry, the size I'm going to leave at 80 like this. What again, just that opacity at 40. I'll leave everything as it is like that. And then what I'll do next is go to color overlay. All right, so in color overlay, I'm going to give a fill of white like that, and then the opacity, I'm going to leave it at 5. Okay, after this, I'm done with the color overlay. Now I'll go to shadow to apply some shadows to that, so as to give it some realism. So the size, I'm going to give a size of 10, and then distance, maintain it at 5, just like this. Okay, after this, I think everything is done. I'm done with this part of my work. I accept it, and then I'll now go to the layer or the the stock image layer, I'll duplicate that like this. And then I'll make sure like that layer, the duplicated layer, is on top of the shape. So I'm going to put it on top of the shape layer like this. It appears everything disappeared. And so I'm going to now apply the blur to this. So to apply the blur, I go to filter, then blur, Gaussian blur like that. So yeah, I like this blur. I think this is okay. Maybe let me maintain it at 12. Okay, so blur of 12 is okay. Then okay. All right. So what I will do next is create a clipping mask of this blur layer to the shape layer. So once I'm on the blurry layer, I right click, then create clipping mask like this. Okay, so it has been clipped. But before we started, we first took out the fill of this shape layer to 0. So now that we're done, we have to increase it to 100% so that we can now fill the effect well. Exactly. So boom, that's it. So you can now see that the effect has simply been applied to the entire work. You can see now the morphism effect. If you feel this is not realistic enough, you can go to this blurry layer and then apply some noise to just make it a bit frosty. So I'm going to filter and then noise and then add noise. Okay, so I'm going to so this is the noise. I'm going to leave it as 5 just like it is. You can make it Gaussian like this, or you can make it uniform. I think Gaussian makes it's a bit frosty, so I'm going to put it this way. So that is it. I'm done with this, and then I'll accept it. So now you can now put in your text. So I'm going to type in my text like this. Choose Montserrat font, my favorite. So glass morphism. Sorry. Effects. Alright, so I'm going to now scale. I'm going to make it, change it to black. Okay, black. Okay, and now let's scale it bigger, just like that. And then I'll put it in here, and that is it. You're good to go, just like that. If you feel you still want more, if you, let's say you've applied this here, you want to apply it somewhere else, let's say you want to bring it here, what you just do is you need to duplicate this layer. So Ctrl J, duplicate that layer. And so this one is already applied to this, and this are together. So you can group these two, group them this way. These ones are different, and so now with this one, I'll put it here. It's bigger, so I'm going to bring it down. Sorry, so I'm going to drag it here and then make it a bit smaller this way. Okay, just like that. And then now this blurry layer where all the effects has been applied to, I'm going to duplicate it and then put it on top of this layer that I've just created like this. And then on this, I'll right click and clip it. So now we have the two layers, we have the two effects being applied. And so here I'm going to put in my brand name and then my social media handle, so just like this. So another concept. So if you want, you can still apply overlay to this to just make it feel like it's part of the entire work. So like this, you can, or you can just simply reduce the opacity to 80, and that will make it feel more realistic and will feel like the text is actually part of it, but this will work here. So I'm just going to leave it at 70. my opacity at 70, just like that. Oh, anyway, yeah. So basically, that is it. So if you're happy and you liked the video, kindly subscribe to this channel, and we'll be producing more content like this for you. So till next video, see you. Bye bye.